Healing is a track that came from a place of struggle, but also from a deep desire to move forward. It was a time when I felt everything intensely, and also my girlfriend broke up with me in those times, so it was especially hard for me, but we're over it and we're still good friends. So anyways, let's get back to the topic. It had a big impact for me, also very much in the highs of lows in life, and this track reflects that journey. When I just started making music, I didn't realize how much music actually can be a tool for healing for me. For me, it's just really a way to process my emotions, and for some things I don't have words, so this is my way to express those things. That's why this track is called Healing, and it's my way of finding peace through sound. Alright, let's get into the dog. The track Healing is built on a foundation of deep bass, trippy elements, and calming atmospheric layers. Let me break it down for you, starting with the low end. Alright, the bass is the anchor for this track. I wanted the low end to feel like something solid that you could lean on. So this bass is deep, slow, and at the same time heavy. It's where the healing starts for me, right at the core, grounding everything. You know, like the root chakra. Alright, let's go to the drums. So I built up the drums in 3 sections using 2 different kicks and a few snares to create variety and depth throughout the track. So it starts very basic with just simple hi-hat pattern and a kick with some reverb just to give it that spaciness. And then it develops into this. Now you hear a small shaker, small rim shot. Before I forget it, I also have this sound underneath it. Just some textures with the percussion. And then we come at the first atmospheric. I call it the atmospheric drop actually. And now you see the drums are more developed, but I still use the kick with the reverb in this section. Here's some fills, actually some thumb sounds. Also, when you listen closely to the drums, you clearly hear space for the other elements in the track to actually have questions and answers to connect with the drums. Here we have some small fills. I think I once made these fills for another project. Like when you hear all together. Everything speaks, everything speaks. Conversation keeps going. Ooh. Then I also have this effects layer, what I also put in the outro of the song, where it really takes the lead of the drums. And this is a small effects layer I just put underneath the drums just to give it some more spaciness. If you hear all together. In the first section of the track, I kept things more ambient. There's even a little reverb on the kick to give it that spaced out feel. And when we come to the main drop, I actually switch to a more standard kick to drive the energy up. Notice I will use a different kick to just give more energy to the track, what it needs at this point. Just a small reverse kick just to give it some more movement. And instead of placing the reverse kick immediately after the snare, I just created a little bit more space where it comes before and then hits to the snare. Just another bounce in there that just, oh, you think it comes immediately, and the other thing is also nice, but you think it comes immediately, but now you just create a kind of suspense, and it is a really small suspense, but it just helps with this track. In this part of the track I changed the bounce a little bit just to transition to the next section. And And in the final part, I layered effects underneath the drums, which actually resampled from the original drum layer, giving it this extra texture and dynamic feel. It just creates more bounce and more spaciness. So this is the layer you heard before. And let's hear it with the whole drum group. Alright, and then there's the atmospheres. It's that floating ethereal element that lifts you up. The atmospheric sounds pull you into a different world, giving the track this dreamy, almost otherworldly vibe. They're subtle but powerful, creating a space where everything can unfold. These sounds are really the blend to the balance of between the heavy and calm that represents this track. And again, it starts really slow, and at some point it just builds up to the melody, lead, and all the other elements that are in the track. So this is just a simple pad sound. Starting off in the intro. Some vocals. I think this is a sound from Omnisphere, like it's yeah, a wheel sound. Just to give more flow and movement in the track. And also gives that dreamy type of feel, you know. These atmospheric sounds represent a part of healing that's about finding clarity. I added layers of evolving textures. Some are soft, others more distorted. They're meant to lift you up, creating a space where you can dream and let go, but still feel connected to the moment itself. Gotta be present. All right, let's get to the melody. The melody is actually woven through these layers, guiding you through a journey of the track. It doesn't overpower. Instead, it's like a thread that ties all elements together. It's there to actually lead you deeper, moving between the beats and textures to create a sense of flow. And as you can hear, everything is in conversation with each other. Yeah. The lead steps forward and it's starting a conversation with the other elements in the track, like it's representing the balance between two worlds. It dances between the bass, the atmospheres, and the drums, taking turns with each, but never overpower. It's all about creating balance for me, between the calm and the intense, the grounding and uplifting. So once again, see how everything talks with each other. It's just a constant conversation. Alright, cool. So these elements, textures, atmospheres, melody, and the lead are what transform healing into more than just a track. The lead drives the middle section, shifting the energy and bringing balance to the world of sound. Together, they are the sound of finding stillness, facing the struggle and rising above it. Okay, let me now show you how it works with the atmospheric sounds and the bass together. Alright, let's get to all the background elements and the things that actually fill up the whole space throughout the beat. So first up, we got a simple folk sound that I just chopped up and made a very basic rhythm. This is the first one. Also, I took the same sound, duplicated it, put it in reverse, just to create something different. I don't know what it's saying, but it's saying something, and it helps the groove both together. And also here, it talks. Yeah, what up? Don't mind my voice. So when you hear this together with the track, you get this. So once again, hear the conversation. All right, let's get to the textures. Just a simple crackle sound. Just to give it more of a crispy and warm feeling in the track. I also use some bird sounds. Healing is a track that helped me get through a tough period, and I hope it gives you the same sense of release. Music has the power to connect us to part of ourselves we didn't even know that existed, to bring us peace and to help us heal. So how does music heal you?